Hi, I'm Dr. Pichini, and I'm a chiropractor here in the Rexdale, Etobicoke area. And have you ever tried to bend over and notice you weren't able to go that far thinking that it was coming from your hamstrings? Well, here's something else you may want to consider. The psoas muscle is a muscle that attaches from the spine and goes all the way into the hip. This is actually a hip flexor. It helps to flex the hip and do this type of action. If this muscle over here ends up becoming too tight, it can actually pull the head of the femur deeper inside the hip joint, not allowing proper clearance as you're trying to flex your hip. One thing you may want to consider if you're having issues trying to flex your hip is to release this muscle here. And it can be released in a number of different techniques, either through manual therapy, acupuncture, or active exercises that can be done. So for many people who think they have issues with their hamstrings, they'll literally try to foam roll it, they'll try to stretch it, they'll do many different things to help to release that hamstring, but they're just finding that it's not really allowing their hip to flex that much. Here's one simple exercise you can do for your hip flexor to see if that will help improve your hip flexion. So Ebony, I'm gonna get you to go into that lunge position. So in this situation, she's trying to stretch out the left hip flexor here. So what you can do is you can actually bring your left leg a little bit further back. Allow yourself to be in that elongated position. Try to extend your back a little bit more. And you're gonna hold it here in this position for about 30 to 45 seconds. I would then encourage you to try to do the stand up again. Try to get yourself to try to touch your toes again and see if that makes any difference. If it does, it could give an indication that it's actually a hip flexor issue that's causing your limitations as opposed to a hamstring issue.